What up? It's your boy reading from a page blog again. 39. I don't even know how many we've done of these, but this one's on battle reports, and I'm going to carry on doing these for as long as you guys keep watching them, so don't complain. You clicked on the video. I mean, plus I got so many more interesting videos coming out this week that aren't anything to do with Bannerlord. How exciting is that? Unique content. Wait, no, we don't do that on this channel. I'm joking though, there are some good videos coming out. Shh. Welcome back to another Bannerlord developer blog. This is the developer blog for the 19th of July 2018, and we're going into battle reports. In other words, reporting the battles. Going into this, it's talking a lot about the summary screens, how your troops have performed during and after the battle. You can see all the little details, and it's going into a lot more detail about basically everything that's happening in the battle, where it's a bit less vague, the warband, I think it's safe to say, because of course you only got the after screen in battles in warband that showed you how many casualties, who had been injured, who had been wounded, who had been killed from your side and the enemy side as well. But this is not just limited to the after screen. This is throughout the battle. So you'll be able to keep tabs. You're going to be able to change the tactics that you're going to be using depending on how well you're doing. Maybe you've chosen one strategy to take out an enemy, but it's not quite going so well. You're losing too many men. Then you're going to have to change your strategy. Or maybe you can see that you're losing too many spearmen or cavalry, and you're going to have to reinforce them with more troops. This is going to add more dynamic changes to how you command troops in battle. So it's going to add a bit more tactics and a bit more in-depth immersion to actually commanding your armies than it was in Warband. Now, holding tab opens up this report battle screen, so you can see everything here. Not only does it show your army deaths, but on top of this we have different things like available promotions, the kills that each troop gets, and injuries sustained in the battle, and how many guys have actually routed, so you know how many people have run away and how many people you're going to have to spank afterwards. Now, when you get injured, I don't think that you actually leave the battle like you did in Warband. Mods fixed this so you'd be able to watch the battle until it ended, but in the vanilla game of Warband, when you died, the battle will end, you'd be carried off by your troops. But in this, I don't think that is the case, because it says that there's a fast forward button. Yes, there's a fast forward button in the battles, which means you can skip through the rest of the battles if you happen to get taken out by a stray arrow. This means that probably you're going to be lying there on the battlefield and you're going to have to watch what your troops do. They're going to have to win it without you, hence the fast forward button. Now, you don't even have to go into the battles. You're able to, of course, resolve a battle on the campaign map instead of actually going into it. If you think this is going to be an easy battle, quick battle, you can do that. And once again, the battle report screen also comes up there. But it's not instant. As you're watching it, casualties and deaths and kills will start to pile up on the screen, and you're going to be able to see what is happening. Of course, yeah, you can skip it and end the battle instantly, but that's boring. You want to slowly see it ticking up. But why would you skip battles? Even if it's a completely easy battle, you're not going to really be watching the simulation screen. You're just going to skip it and then go over. So, you know, that's just an extra addition that they're adding into the battle report screen though. Going on to these screenshots, I'm just going to go over them quickly. So, of course, on the left-hand side, we have the attacker's army. This is Aaron's party. See the kills? You can see how many are going to be promoted. You can see what I'm guessing is the total troop count, which is 65 here. You can also see next the kills, which is 42. How many are going to be promoted, which is 15. The deaths, I'm guessing 2 is injured, and of course the last one is how many people have routed. That's for each troop. You get an overall one for the whole army. How many you have for your party, because of course in battles in Bannerlord, there's not just one party a lot of the time. If you team up with another lord, they're able to command their own troops, and they're able to do their own thing, but still be on your side. But overall, you can actually give hints to the other commander saying, hey, can you bring your troops that way, and I'll go that way if they're on your team. So you can have different parties, hence why there's just one for your party, where the whole attacker's army would be, you know, multiple parties if there was multiple parties. And of course, you've got one for each troop types. So you've got the Valandian crossbowmen, Erin herself, the Valandian armoured squires, etc, etc. So that's a nice bit of detail. We can see the same on the right there for the defending army. Of course, that army's a little bit bigger, but you get a lot of detail there. You're able to see a lot of things, and it looks like there are retreat buttons there. Instead of just pressing tab now, like you did in Warband, of course, holding tab brings up this screen, so you're able to actually have to physically click the retreat button, which is there. So that's a nice thing. And the second screenshot is pretty much the same, but this just on the campaign map, showing the simulation. You can see the buttons down there. The one on the left is able to fast forward. The one on the right, I'm assuming, is skipping it entirely, so you don't have to watch the whole simulation go past. But if you want to, that can be something that can be done. But that's pretty much it for this week's developer blog from Mount & Blade to Bannerlord. I know, it's still going on. Who knows what's happening at the moment? flibbity schnibbits. That's all I've got to say on the subject matter. But I'm going to be away for 2 weeks in Italy, so I've recorded a number of videos. So there won't be videos every single day, probably every other day, or maybe every 3 days or something like that, depending on how many videos I actually get done. And they won't be Bannerlord. They'll be very different things, I promise. So make sure you stick around for those ones. But thank you guys for watching, and until then, I will see you in the next one.